pinochle. Ah, good, Percy, he said. Now we have 4 for pinochle. Hovered over. The girl with curly blonde hair hovered over me, smirking as she scraped drips off my chin with the spoon. Smirk. The girl with curly blonde hair hovered over me, smirking as she scraped drips off my chin with the spoon. Croak. I managed to croak. What? Reverently. Reverently, he placed the shoebox in my lap. Jagged. Inside was a black and white bull's horn, the base jagged from being broken off, the tip splattered with dried blood. Rolling hills. The valley was surrounded by rolling hills. Sticks. Oh, sticks, he mumbled. Strain. Don't strain yourself, Grover said. Recoiled. I recoiled at the taste because I was expecting apple juice. Drained. Before I knew it, I drained the glass. Wistful. He sounded so wistful. I felt guilty. Gingerly. He took the empty glass from me gingerly, as if it were dynamite. Offer. He offered me a chair to the right of Mr. D. The valley marched. On this side of the house, the valley marched all the way up to the water. Porky. The man facing me was small, but porky. Cherubs. He looked like those paintings of baby angels. What do you call them, hubbubs? No! Cherubs. Scraggly beard. The thinning brown hair, the scraggly beard. Mischievous. His eyes had that mischievous glint. Bloodshot eyes. Mr. D, who looked at me with bloodshot eyes and heaved a great sigh. Scooted. Thanks. I scooted a little farther away from him, intimidating. Like storm clouds, pretty, but intimidating too. Drool. Instead, she said, you drool when you sleep. Pseudonym. Not Mr. Bruner, the ex-Mr. Bruner said. I'm afraid that was a pseudonym. Chiron. You may call me Chiron. Belched. He looked at me like I just belched loudly. House call. It's been a long time since I've made a house call to a potential camper. Upstate. So I decided to come upstate. Pudgy little man. So afraid of a pudgy little man in a tiger print Hawaiian shirt. Civilized young men. I would expect all civilized young men to know the rules. Flinched. Grover flinched every time one landed in his pile. Lad. No small feat either, lad. Cackled. He cackled as he tallied up his points. Timidly. Mr. D, Grover asked timidly, if you're not going to eat it, could I have your Diet Coke can? Shard. Grover bit a huge shard out of the empty aluminum can and chewed it mournfully. Mournfully. Grover bit a huge shard out of the empty aluminum can and chewed it mournfully. Metaphysical. God, capital G, God, that's a different matter altogether. We shan't deal with the metaphysical. Immortal. Percy, Chiron said, you may choose to believe or not, but the fact is that immortal means immortal. Lump. It was enough to put a lump in my throat. Incinerate. Oh, you'd better, Mr. D murmured, before one of them incinerates you. Confined. Bad enough I'm confined to this miserable job. Woven, as if the sunlight had bent momentarily and woven the air into glass. Feigned, Mr. D looked at the wine and feigned surprise. Offended. Mr. D offended his father a while back. Took a fancy to a wood nymph who had been declared off limits. Nymph. A wood nymph, I repeated. Off limits. Took a fancy to a wood nymph who had been declared off limits. Stammered. And I stammered, your father is... Flippers. Sailors screaming as their hands turned to flippers. Elongating. Their faces elongating into dolphin snouts. Straitjacket. Would leave me wearing a straitjacket in a rubber room for the rest of my life. Rubber room! Yeah, wearing a straitjacket in a rubber room for the rest of my life. Convergence. The home of the gods, the convergence point of their powers. Obliterated. Not unless all of Western civilization were obliterated. I defy you to find any American city where the Olympians are not prominently displayed. Prominently. I defy you to find any American city where the Olympians are not prominently displayed. Paralyzed. He was paralyzed from the waist down. Adore. There will be s'mores at the campfire tonight, and I simply adore chocolate. Coarse. Muscle and sinew under coarse white fur.